Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
Hi guys, I'm Anastasia Halls, better known as Coach Ace.
And welcome to our live. And actually, she wanted to welcome you today, by the way.
How you doing, Alexa?
That's just not Alexa, that's Siri.
Oh, that's Siri.
Yeah.
Alexa, Siri.
We got people interrupting us all over the place too. Anyways, guys, welcome to Ace and Rich Freedom by Design Live. And today is Monday, and you know what Monday is, right? It's all about Personal Development Day. But why do we choose Monday for personal development? Think about that, right? Why do we choose Monday for personal development? It's because Monday is a great day to really start the week off right with the right kind of mindset, okay? Because if you start off Monday right, it'll carry you on through the rest of the week, okay? So what we're going to talk about today, before we get started, I'm going to take you guys out on the live, but we're going to be talking about Brendon Burchard and what leaders do. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into detailed, about every single thing he talked about, but I was fascinated by the video that I watched, and it really made a lot of sense what he was talking about. And I'm going to actually recommend you guys go watch that video, and I'll give you the link afterwards and things like that. Very, very powerful. I'm actually going to put it also here on YouTube below our video in the description. I'm going to put that video, I'm going to link it to Brendon Burchard so you guys can really watch that video in its entirety, because it is amazing, and it inspired me to actually talk about tonight's content is all about this. And I told Ace about it and everything, and she was just like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. And so it's going to be really good for all of you tonight. So before we get started, guys, let me find out who's here on the live. Tracy Lee, what's happening? Sajida, Tina, what's up? What's up? Mandy, how you doing, girl?
David Toomey, good to see you as well.
David Toomey, what's happening? Scott, hey, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. And let's see here, and 5 other people join. Welcome, 5 other people. And hey, Diane Robin, there you go, girls. Girls in the house. Let's see, and also AOJ Merchant. We don't want to try to butcher the names. We'll just say AOJ. What's up, AOJ?
How you doing? Welcome.
Welcome. All right.
All right, cool. So what? Brendon Burchard.
Yeah.
Burchard, or is it Burchard?
Burchard.
Okay, it's Burchard.
Burchard.
It has a fancy name to it. Burchard.
Fancy. But anyways,
no, he's really good. He's really
good. He's
good.
Amazing. I mean, yes. I follow him.
I read his book, The Motivation Manifesto. Did you read it?
I started to. In the beginning, you took it over. So,
you see what the ladies do?
Yeah.
We take our man's books.
Yeah, that's what happens. So we're going to talk about, Brendon Burchard today and what leaders do. Okay, and this is really good because, we've been growing, a successful team. We've been, growing. We've done this more than once, and what we're doing now is we want to embody our vision of what we share with every single one. Every single everybody that comes into our team, so they can feel like they can have their own vision too.
Yes.
And I'm going to go into this content because it's all about that, guys. It's exciting. So great leaders have a vision, okay? And a vision is very important when it comes to being an entrepreneur, okay? And I'm talking about online business because we're all about online business here, okay? And having a vision is key really to your growth as an entrepreneur. And, great leaders have that vision, and they also see into the future, okay? And they don't just practice it once. Every day they're thinking about their vision. They practice their vision.
And I remember a time where it was difficult for someone like me to actually have a vision.
Yeah, you really had a problem with a vision.
Really tough time.
It's like, how do you do it, man? How do you have a vision? And I'm like, hey, I always had that. Like, if I see something in my mind, I want to go after it. It's just, that's how my mind works.
You got to really put your all into it. Like, where do you see yourself going? Because if you're not crystal clear on that vision, then obviously it's like going somewhere without a map.
That's a really good point, because you need to be driven.
Yes.
And that vision will drive you. Even when the days when the cards are not in your favor, right?
Yeah.
Everything's against you. You're having a bad day. Think about that vision. It just lifts you right back up.
And I don't want to get all biblical on you and everything, but I might. But when it comes to something about vision, it does stem from the Bible. Because, how are people supposed to get to the land of milk and honey if they don't know what land of milk and honey look like?
Well,
it sounds good.
That is true.
It seems like a place that they want to go, but they don't know how how it's going to look like when they get there. And what happened? The ones that were doubting, they never made it.
This is true.
They never made it because they couldn't have a vision.
Vision is key.
That's
a
right.
lot about that, guys.
So there you have it.
So what do you do when you have a vision, guys?
Right.
What do you do when you have a vision? So let me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ace, we put a team together for the power release system. And our vision, when we thought about building this team, we thought about like helping people become leaders, helping people become the marketer, helping people become the people that people want to follow.
Yes.
Okay, people want to connect with.
Yes.
Build that attracting, that attractive factor when it comes to actually, building a business on the internet.
Yeah.
So we wanted to share that vision with you guys and let you know is like, this is what we thought about when we put this team together before it even came together. And as it just keeps growing. Every week it just keeps growing. New people come in, new people are growing. Like it's just very exciting when we could share this vision with you like right now, here today, right? Because this is what we put it together for. We wanted to make it fair for everyone. We wanted to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to learn the skill sets, right? Learn what we learned to grow in our business. Very, very important. And it takes a lot, really, to understand what I'm saying here, because a lot of people really, when they get started in business, they don't understand how to create that vision or share the vision or, make it as a whole, as a team effort. You get what I'm saying?
It's got to be a team effort,
So,
yes.
The reason why a lot of people fail, I truly believe in this industry, is because too many people expect people to try to figure it out all on their own, right? And then there's a fine line. There's some things you do got to figure out on your own.
Agreed.
But I believe in sharing leadership. I believe in guiding and teaching leadership. So there's nothing wrong with guidance. Okay, guidance is very important when you're building a business and you're a leader in this industry and you want to guide people in the right direction, the right road, not the wrong road. Okay, so share the vision is very important. So we share that vision with you of why we created this team of the power release system, and it's creating some serious waves. It's catching the attention of the owners of the company of power release system. It's catching the attention of a lot of people on the internet that are seeing us and doing what we're building in a short period of time. Okay, now how do you really build a team? How do you share that vision and build that team? Well, what leaders like to do is create teams, okay? It could be, we're talking about online business here. I'm not going to get too corporate-y and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about just, an online business when you're building a team. You're building a team of leaders, okay? You want to find out about their vision. Like, what is it they're wanting, right? We had a live before that we've asked people, like, what is it that you want, right? So today I'm going to ask you again, okay? It's been a while since we've done that. Everybody on the live, tell me, what is your vision, and share it with the world, and be loud and proud about it, because it's your vision, and your vision really truly matters. It doesn't care what anybody else thinks. It matters what you think about your vision.
Exactly.
Okay? So put it out there, guys, right here. I want you guys in the chat, here on YouTube, here on Facebook. Share your vision and let me know, what do you see? Okay? What do you see? Share the vision. I would love to know your vision.
No dream is too small and no vision is too big. So go ahead and put what you want.
I'm gonna move on to the next one when you guys type it up, okay? Now, what do leaders do? What do leaders do? Leaders empower people.
Yes.
Okay? Leaders empower people. When people are down, leaders lift people up. So when they're having a bad day, we figure something's not working, we lift them up. And we said, you can do this. It's kind of like, grabbing the hand, from the mountain. I don't believe in down the hand like I'm looking down at you. I'm looking at like coming down halfway and like grabbing you and pushing you up the mountain with me. That's how I look at leadership. You always see these pictures where people on the top of the mountain saying, here's my hand, come on. That's bullshit. That's not leadership. Leadership is you get your ass right down to the middle of the mountain while people are climbing, grab them, and pull them up. Pull them up. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of a boost. Okay? Remember that. So, on top of empowering people, when we empower people, we believe in people. Okay? Even when they don't believe in themselves, we believe in them, so they can lean on our beliefs.
As long as they do their part. As long as they do their part, that they're willing to be open to, ready to receive.
And be coachable.
And
Coachable is very important.
Yeah, because if somebody can empower you all day long, but if you're not ready to receive, you can't be empowered.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't be inspired. You can't be passionate. You can't be enlightened. You see? So that's why it's important for you to be ready to receive, so you have to be willing.
I truly believe that, yeah. And I always talked about this before, guys, but leaders stand for what they believe in. And you're always going to have people that are going to go against what you believe in. It's a part of, once you step away from that, they call it the 97%ers, right? Once you step away from that and come to the 3% light, what happens is you start to think a little bit differently because your thoughts are matching up with the 3%ers.
You start creating a movement for what you believe in and stuff that you stand up for.
Right.
And when you create that movement and you stand up for something, people will look to you with a different perspective because you're standing up for something that some people who are weak enough not willing to actually stand up for.
So, of course, they're going to, try to put you down. They're going to say things that maybe you heard in the past that might sting a little bit because it's what you've heard before. And they know how to get to you, right? But what leaders do is they build a skin of rhino, so nothing can really penetrate them when they get any thoughts or anything that are being thrown at them. Okay?
Exactly. Very
important. That's a really big part of being a leader. You can't let things, people get under your skin. Okay? So if you have a skin like a rhino, ain't nothing getting through you. I'm just letting you know right now. Okay? So, and here's the other thing I want to talk about is this is really important, and it really gets to me when I'm going to read this because this is so true. Trust in people so they grow into leaders, then we all grow together. Okay? Trust in people so they grow into leaders, then we all grow together. Right? Then we all have vision. Then we all share what we want out of our lives. Right? Might be similar, might be a little bit different, but the passion is still the same of wanting to grow into a leader and attract more in our lives and do more for people to change mankind. Okay? Remember that. Trust in people so they grow into leaders, then we all grow together.
And that's coming from the perspective of team building. When you're building a team, a sales force, an online business, and you have more than a dozen affiliates under you. Don't just look to them as just affiliates, and you're just making money off of them. Really look to them as the future leaders in your company, in your team, in your organization, because those are the individuals that are going to help you grow into the better leader than what you are now.
Yes.
And they too will also emulate your leadership and those qualities that you've bestowed upon them, and they're going to spread that message.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
So now the important thing about being a leader is and this can be hard because sometimes we like to lie to ourselves and think that we're actually doing something when we're actually not. You have to hold yourself accountable as a leader.
Yes.
And then if you're building a team, you have to hold your team members accountable as well. And there's some things that I can tell you right now, we have some team members we have to let go because their attitude, their negativity, their stinking thinking.
We won't work with them.
I
will not work with.
I don't care how much you invested.
With anybody.
It does not matter.
Those are called red flags for us. If you demonstrate any qualities that are you're farting away at your life and you're farting away at your business and you want to make every lame excuse that you can in the book, and you don't want to grow, you don't want to receive, you don't want to hear what your mentor has to say, you won't do what your mentor tells you to do, and you come into a sense of false identity crisis where you continually degrade yourself and your self-esteem is dropping low by low because you think of who you are as somebody you're not. And then it's based on old paradigms of you being judged by people who are not successful, who've called you, names and said degrading things about you. And all you did was just give that other individual power over you. And you should not do that. You should never give anybody who is not even successful power over your mind, power over your life, power over your business, power over your destiny. Because they don't control you. You hold the paintbrush. You write your story. You write the book. That's your success, your story. Okay? So when it comes to holding yourself accountable, it is important that you be strict with yourself, that you have this strict discipline, that if you didn't do something on Monday and you knew it was due, you hold yourself accountable and go, you know what, I take full responsibility for that. You have to start saying that to yourself. I take full responsibility for not doing the tasks I needed to do in my business on Monday. But you damn right, I'm going to focus on Tuesday. And I'm going to make sure Monday's work gets done because I'm going to take care of Monday's work first thing Tuesday.
Absolutely.
You have to treat this like a business.
Yeah.
You have to hold yourself accountable, and you have to hold your team members accountable. That's another thing. In leadership, you must develop an accountability group where you are holding people accountable to their dreams, their goals, and their visions, and that's where this actually comes into play. Because if you don't hold them accountable, then guess what's going to happen to their results? And guess who they're going to come and blame? And it's not your fault. You are not responsible for any individual's success as a leader. Remember that. They are. They're responsible for their own. So they must hold themselves accountable, but you do your part as a leader to hold them accountable, to keep them on point and on target.
So what I like to call that is constructive feedback. So
you got it.
In other words, like in the beginning when I was coaching Anastasia, I would give her constructive stuff, and constructive is not always nice, right? It's
not.
It's things that you don't want to hear.
It's tough.
And stuff that I was telling her, she didn't want to hear either.
Yes.
She got an attitude. She, just ego, right?
Yeah.
But after that all, went away is when she started to grow, when she actually took the constructive feedback and said, you know what, you're right, I need to, buckle down and things like that. And that's when things started changing. So whenever you get constructive feedback from us, it's not to harm you. It's not to, put you down, because the first emotion is always like, oh, I feel like I'm getting put down. It's not like that. It's all about LOV. It's all about love.
Yes.
Because we want you to succeed. And in order for you to succeed, you got to hear things that maybe are uncomfortable, are going to be uncomfortable, but it's only going to benefit you in the long run. Okay?
Yes.
Just to let you know.
Moving on, speaking of constructive criticism, it's one of the hardest things that any individual human can actually receive, because they want to always be right.
Yeah.
And they always want to feel like they know everything, or to try to compare themselves to other successful leaders. You guys know who you are. And then what happens is, how come you're not having results yet? Then you have to really understand why the constructive criticism is being delivered.
Yeah.
You see?
So think about it, like, you ever that terminology, like, I'd rather be rich than be right? It holds so true.
That's right.
Yep. I'm telling you, I'd rather be rich than be right. I don't want to be right all the time.
We keep it very real with our students when we do our trainings. Our students bring homework. And you know what? Just like any teacher would do, any great teacher would do, a great teacher does not fluff. A great teacher teaches. Are you getting that? So if I see something that is not appropriate, doesn't fit, and I see that something can be improved, I'm going to keep it real and say it like it is.
So back to leadership here.
Mm-hmm.
So always encourage and believe what is possible for someone else.
Yeah.
Always encourage people and believe what's possible for someone else, because nobody's going to believe in themselves if you don't encourage them.
Right.
Okay? So the more that you encourage people, the more you start to bring their beliefs to a higher new plane. And when you do that, they become a lot stronger. They start building more of a rhino skin, and things start to shift in their mindset. Okay?
Yeah. Case point example, we have our member, Adam Shelton, who's the MVP member of the month. Awesome.
Yeah.
This means that his recognition within our team, this is something that we created with our Power Lead System team, that an MVP member of the month is somebody who's accumulated 30 gold sales within a consecutive month. Of course, the month is not up, so he actually beat everybody to it.
I'm thinking about raising the bar. We're going to have MVP, and we're going to have another level that's going to really get people pumped up and go to a whole new level. Right? Because you always got to challenge yourselves.
You do.
Always. So once we get to that 30 sale mark, we're going to raise the bar and do another level to always challenge yourself. How you expect to grow if we don't actually do that, right?
But I want to go back on what you said, Rich, about, always encouraging and believe that it is possible for someone else. You see, this is something that we do all the time, is we don't do it for doing. We do it because we believe in it.
Yeah.
And we're very passionate with helping people who want to help themselves.
Yep.
So when we saw the potential in this student, Adam Shelton, we said, Adam, you can do this. All you need is, so many to actually get to that live. You really want to have that kind of recognition, you want to hit that goal, it can be done. We believe in you. We know you can do it. And every single day, Adam was just moving forward, marketing. And every day I was like, you're one more away. You're one more away. You're 2 more away. You're 5 more away. Keep going. When you have somebody there, it's not cheerleading. That's somebody that's telling you and encouraging you what's possible for you. So you definitely want to believe in that other person. It helps them so much. It really does.
And you do that this is exciting. This is the last one. You know what I mean? But it's so important and it's so enlightening, okay? Mm-hmm. When it's dark all around, be the light that turns the dark into light. In other words, when someone is down in the team, okay, lift that darkness up. You be the light for that person, all right? When you do that, it makes the whole team even stronger, okay? It's like we love to lift people up, but other people lift other people up as well. You know, you be the light, because when you become the light, you're showing that also that leadership role. Then you're sharing that it is possible. You see what I'm saying?
That's very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, all right, guys. So that's what we got for you. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing the video. You guys got to check it out. It's a very powerful video. I watched it. I didn't go too much into detail about everything he talks about. The way he puts it in his words: envision, enlist, embodying, empowering, evaluate, and encourage. Okay? So very important. I'm going to actually put that in the notes here. And so you guys have it in the live here. There we go. There we go. So now, guys, you guys got that. Pin the comment there. Boom. Cool. So, and then I will be sharing the video too. Give me 1 second here. I want to share the video so you guys have it.
And while Rich is doing that, you guys can post your questions in the chat about what we talked about today for our topic of the day. So go ahead and post a Q in the chat, and anything you'd like to share, feel free.
Okay, let me get over here.
And we'll spend a couple of minutes with you guys before we go.
There we go. All right. Pen comment. There we go. Okay. And then, nice. There it is.
Awesome.
So it's there in the Facebook chat. This is the video that inspired me for today's live. And there's so much inspiration out there all around you guys. There's so much more motivation, inspiration, education, mindset shifts. It's all out there. We live in such a great age right now, a great time, that we can really pretty much learn anything that we want, even with our own mind.
Yes.
Okay, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask some questions right now. And I'll look here to see if we have any questions in our Created by Design YouTube. Okay.
No.
No, I'm going to put the link here as well.
Yeah. It's always those replays.
Oh, yeah. So I'll just put it here so that way they could see Brendon Burchard. I want to make sure they have that video. Link it back to him. Give credit to him, because that's just amazing on what was shared. You know.
The other one.
That's right here. Yeah. This one.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Save. Awesome. All right, guys. If you have any questions, let's. Here we go. So Mandy asks, is there a difference between someone who is in low spot and needs encouragement and someone who just doesn't want to be coached? That's a tough one, because I might say some things that hurt feelings, but I know that if it's what people need to really break out of their funk. Okay. Humans like to make excuses for themselves. Not everybody, but the majority. And when they make excuses for themselves, they don't grow. You have to really think about, like, how bad do you really want it?
Yeah.
It really boils down to that question.
It does.
How bad do you really want it?
And you always want to revisit that question every time they keep trying to make an excuse. Or if they don't want to be coached. Well, how bad do you really want to be?
Yeah, if you want it that bad.
How bad do you want freedom? How bad do you want to quit your job? How bad do you want to spend time with your kids? How bad, whatever their reason why they do what they do, you plug that into the actual question,
Or
how bad do you want?
If you don't have a job, how bad do you want to get a job to change your circumstances?
Exactly.
You understand something, guys? Like we were homeless. I had to go back to work, right? Even after making a lot of money before. And I made that decision because I knew what I had to do. Because I knew I wanted it so bad that I would sacrifice going back to work, to the same building, same boss, same everything, to make it happen again.
That's right.
Totally different mindset this time around, right?
Yeah.
So my question to you is, how bad do you want to change your circumstances? The problem with people that are comfortable, it's a learned behavior. Being comfortable is a learned behavior. And it could be very a detriment to your success and your life. But people will say tons of things and they won't change things. Okay? So it's not about having like it's not about being in a low spot, Mandy. It's about how fast do I want to get out of my low spot. Like, how bad do I want to get out of my low spot? How bad do I want to change that situation, that circumstance? That's what you have to ask yourself. Because I could have been like, we could have stayed in New Jersey forever, right? We could have stayed in a situation that wasn't serving us, and it would have been worse. We could have stayed in with a drug addict that we lived with in Chicopee, right, in Massachusetts, in Chicopee, Mass. We could have been like, nope, not going to stay there. We're going to stay there and just deal with it and not change. We got uncomfortable, went to the motel. You know, I had my job, right? And I could have stayed in the motel for weeks, months, but she said, no, we're going to find a place. And, you know, it's all how bad you want to change your circumstance, because what happens is when we get beat up to the point that we want to stay in that, like, underneath that level. Like, it's like a really short ceiling, and you're just, like, scared to even do anything because you got beat up so bad. And and that's a mental prison. That's what, remember when I talk about mental prison? That's the mental prison that keeps us stuck and locked, right? It's like a combination lock. You got to open up, you got to just, the combination, you got to do the combination just right.
Right.
So in your situation, Mandy, what I would do is I would get mad. I would get so freaking pissed off at your situation and change it. Like, literally,
Or tell the individual who asked you that question, tell them that. Tell them to get mad. Tell them to turn that energy inward.
Get so mad
for
that you're sick and tired of your current situation.
And shit's gotta change.
You're sick and tired of where you live.
Yes.
You're sick and tired of that you don't have a job anymore.
That's right.
You're sick and tired of being at your job.
Yes.
You're sick and tired of being tired.
Mm-hmm.
Start getting angry and start changing your circumstances.
That's right.
And you'll make sacrifices like you've never made before.
That's right.
And that's what'll change your life.
That's what we did, baby.
And we're still doing it.
That's right.
We're going even bigger, and we're going even more uncomfortable to serve more, to be more, to do more, to have more, to attract more, to, you know, like, change mankind. You know what I mean?
Joyce Jolly says, what is a legit excuse if there is such a thing? An excuse is an excuse. I used to use not having money as an excuse, saying that things like things are tight.
Things are always going to be tight. You know, my coach Jeffrey Combs said this. He said that if you always say things are going to be tight, money, you're never going to have money. That's what he said. And for me, like, when he told me that, because I grew up around that, money's tight, money's tight, money's tight. So because that's a learned language, right? You didn't come up with that on your own.
Exactly.
You learned that from someone.
It's pre-programmed.
It's pre-programmed.
Pre-programmed.
So now you're saying money's tight, but where'd you learn that from, right? You know, we all have different languages that we learn different ways from different upbringings, from different parents.
Absolutely.
So my coach told me, he says, never say that you're tight on money because you'll remain poor. He said, never say that, what was the other thing that he said? You know, I can't afford it. And then you'll never get what you want.
And as far as having a legit excuse, an excuse is an excuse no matter how many ways you slice it, cover it up, sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
An excuse is an excuse.
But here's the thing, I mean...
And Wayne Dyer said that. An excuse is an excuse.
Sometimes things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people's health change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not saying that's an excuse, but that can be an excuse because, you got to deal with something because your health comes first before anything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if that happens, then you got to focus on that more than anything. Okay. But besides that, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
There is no excuse. You got to get yourself. You got to get. This is gonna. I love talking about personal development. You got to get out of your own way. It's like if you look at yourself as a human being, there's like two parts of a human being. Okay. The first part is the one that's scared, the one that doesn't want to grow, the one that's just like trying to make excuses to stay where they are because it just feels so good. Because it's what we know, it's comfortable, so we know what we know, so we stay in that space, and it just feels so good. But the other human of you, the other side of you, that's like, think of, you're seeing double, there's two humans, right? The other part of you is saying, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this mess.
Yeah.
I'm sick of these circumstances.
That's right.
Why do I have to deal with this? Why do I never have enough money? Why can I go on trips when I want to? Why can I buy what I want? Why can I build a business? Why can I do this? Why can I do that? That's the other side of you that's screaming to break through that ceiling and saying, you know what? I gotta get out of this box. I gotta get out of this box. Because what happens is a box has four corners. When someone stays in the box, they're always ending up to the same corner over and over again. And they never get out. Mm-hmm. Until you actually see yourself like in 3D.
Yes.
And realize that you're having a conversation with yourself. And you realize that that conversation you're having is circumstances that appeared in the past that is happening to you in the present moment to stop you from growing to your new self.
Exactly.
Okay? So I can get real deep on that, but that's what happens. So
Diane Robbins says, this is interesting, you can't stay low if you stay hungry. You must change your situation when you are in a bad place, including where you live. Just saying. Our situation, no one else's. So, when you're hungry, there's anything is possible. Even when the cards are not in your favor, even when outsiders tell you it's impossible.
But that's
tell you that you can't do something.
But that's the tough part, though.
It is.
It's the tough part when you're not hungry. That's the toughest part to get out of.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're at that point that you're not hungry. Right? You're full. You're comfortable. You're like
too comfortable.
You're just like, I like my life the way it is. I don't want to change it.
Got
I'm
the
just
sleepy eye after you ate a full meal.
I'm just watching TV.
Pretty much.
My life is life.
Mm-hmm.
It's the brain loves that because it loves to just be lazy and it loves to just stay in that same spot that you go over and over and over again. Think about it. We love routines. Humans love routines. So what happens is we go to work, we come home from work, we have a meal, maybe get into a fight or argument with the other half, we sit on watch TV, we have a beer, right, or whatever you drink,
there you
wine,
go. Yeah.
Go back to bed, alarm clock rings again, your day starts all over again, and you get so used to that way of thinking, that way of living,
yes,
that there's no other way. But is there? That's when you have to step outside yourself and see your other self and look at yourself and say, I don't like you.
Yes.
I need to change. So.
Mandy says, I used to love the comfort zone. I used to love the comfort zone, but I got to the point where I was tired of the shit. So constantly working to change things and stay uncomfortable. Very good. You gotta stay uncomfortable.
That's the thing.
Even when you have success, don't think it's gonna be comfortable. Even when you have success, it gets even more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And you have to do things in order to stretch out that comfort zone because nothing grows in your comfort zone.
No. That's so true. Like Mandy, if I were you, I would be in your situation, in your current situation, I would hit quota because you're home. You have all the time in the world.
Got it fucking made, man.
I would be learning that Mike Steingart endless free leads, man.
Telling you.
And I would be, I would crush it, man. I'm telling you, I would be talking to minimum 100 people a day and break it out in quarterlies and different hours of the day.
Yep. Why are you looking for a job?
24,
yeah.
25 people in the morning, 25 people after lunch, 25 people before dinner, 25 people before you go to bed. You got 100 people a day you're talking to, and you're building your business.
Get hungry, girl. Get hungry.
If you have no money
and
you got time, use your time wisely.
Yeah.
Don't waste it.
It's an analogy.
Don't waste it.
This is
Don't
an
waste
analogy. Everybody remembers the commercial with get your own bag. Right? They say get your own bag on the outside of it. I forgot what chips it was, but it was the potato chip
I think it was Cheeto.
Was it that?
Just the Cheeto?
Are you sure? Or was it Lay's, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, no, it was Lay's.
It was Lay's, and it was like, get your own bag. And you know what, Mandy? And then this goes for everybody. You gotta get like hungry, like you're the only one with those bag of chips, and you don't want nobody to take those bag of chips, and you just sitting there eating. That's what you should be doing with your tasks. You should be, communicating, connecting, always building, and then always closing. Even if you don't have the skill set yet, you will get there. You'll get good at it over a period of time by practicing. Okay? Joyce Jolly says, that's true about health, but I know what I am capable of, and I know what I've done as an employee. I've gone to work sick, so I can do it for me and my business. As you said, it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be, I'm trying to understand how she wrote this. I'm sorry, Joyce. As you said, it doesn't have to be how bad do you want it. That's how you said it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's how bad do you want it.
Yeah, how bad do you want to change? I mean, like,
exactly. Yeah.
It's uncomfortable, guys. It really is.
Yes.
But knowing that, with us, on how we help our team, even somebody that's brand new, we understand. We know what it was like. I know what it was like when I first started in 2008. I was like, I don't even know anything, but for someone who's coming in brand new now, I can say, okay, use this page. Okay, drive traffic. Let's get you going. I can shortcut that problem that people face in the beginning, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. And then I could add on other things afterwards so that you can keep growing and learning. That's not going to come overnight, but if you're staying consistent, taking action, then you're going to look back and go, that's where I was. That's where I am today. Love myself because I'm freaking proud of myself.
Yes.
And then keep moving and then look back even further and go, wow, that's where I was. That's how it happens. But you have to keep, going that train. So.
Fajar says, this is deep, Ace and Rich, but this is good stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Diane Robin says, people get used to living in complete chaos. Like it's normal or something. It's like they have gone blind to what else is out there.
Well, that's the thing. They go numb. You know what I mean? When they don't want to change, they just go numb. They're just like, oh, whatever.
They do.
Yeah,
there's será, it's just whatever.
Once you're numb, you're comfortable.
Mm-hmm. That's what the que será means.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, Mandy, hell yeah, that's what I am taking this time and working on the skill sets too. I have the time and absorbing. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. You do have the time. That's what I'm saying. You know, someone that doesn't have a job, they can stay home, and you got a pretty good position in the company, like I would totally crush it, man. I would just be like, what? I would be all like every hour on the hour, man, like just pumping. I mean, I'm gonna stop. I'd be a machine. Let's see.
Sajida says, I'm loving the way you tackle with newbies.
Well, yeah, because we know you remember when you were new?
I remember.
I remember when I was new.
I don't forget.
Yeah. So why just just kick somebody through the curb and
even when you become an advanced professional or advanced marketer, you never forget where it was like when you were, getting started.
Never forget.
Because that's some of your best moments.
Yeah.
Those are your epiphanies. Those are the times when you overcome a lot of challenges. Those are the great times. You don't look at them as the best times or the worst times. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Remember that? Yeah. So you have to think about those best and worst times when you first got started, because that way you can relate to other people.
Mandy says, I was saying something like what, but you jumped in, so now she wants me to say, I don't remember.
She says she loves you, though.
I know, but I don't remember what the what was.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, no, but I mean, when it comes to really working with people, we see people that, just leave people, to themselves. And, for me, I feel that if you forget where you come from, you forget how you started, you can get back there very quickly. That's just how I feel.
You said it true. What I mean? Yes.
So, but if, I'm always remembering, so it's how could I lift someone up? How could I, I don't want to say cheat and shortcut,
right.
But it is like a shortcut. It's more like, what if I could just say, take this page, start running, and then as you're running, I kick you off the cliff. You're building your parachute on the way down.
Right.
Every week, Now we're like parachuting with you,
Yes.
right? And we're going down the mountain together, like off the cliff. And I'm like, okay, hey, you got this piece over here. You gotta make sure you gotta put this piece here, put this piece here. Make sure your shoe is complete before you hit the bottom. You get what I'm saying? So this is why we do trainings every single week. This is why we focus on you guys teaching you marketing.
Right.
So there's a step-by-step process for that parachute that can be completely built.
Mm-hmm. And you're never finished. Your work is never done.
Yeah.
Your work is never done. You can never say, when you become an entrepreneur, you can never say, I'm finished, I'm through, I'm done. Bullshit. You will be continuing your work until your last dying breath. If you love what you do, you will continue doing it no matter what.
Yeah. Like for me, like Mondays are my favorite because I love personal development. And people would be like, you like Mondays? I'm like, I love Mondays. I love Mondays.
Like, I don't know why you don't like it. I love it. I look forward to it now.
You know what?
It's a big difference.
You know what we did today? We went out and we went to Home Depot and I picked up a nice bamboo plant to put on the urn with my dad.
Chinese bamboo.
And then she picked up one and she put it on her side
for
with
my
her dad, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like today was a great day and it was Monday, right? I had a great day.
Everybody's at work.
Everybody's at work.
Yeah.
Now, I don't take that for granted. These are moments that mean a lot to me, that I can do that, right? And then I can share tips and ideas and strategies with people so they can learn to fend for themselves, learn to be that leader, learn to be that marketer, so they could have that freedom, okay? I can tell you that February was tough, right? But I always heard the back of my mind, my dad always telling me, keep going, keep going, keep going, never stop, boy, be tough. And that's what makes me really strong and stuff like that. So, but understanding that when you fend for yourself, it's a total different mindset, right? And the way I feel is, I don't want to I don't want to go somewhere by myself. I want to take people with me. You know what I mean? Like I want to take you all with me. Like I want you guys to learn marketing, become successful. And let's go hang out somewhere, one day. Let's do something. Let's something that's important to me and Ace is, setting up a day that we could all hang out together and do something and mastermind and share what you've learned, how you've grown, what have you learned from your past? What was the, that pinnacle point that really shifted your mindset? Was it alive? Was it a moment when you were driving home thinking about something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What was it for you that was the pinnacle that really changed your thought process when your mind shifted? That one thing. You know what I mean? I'd love to sit around a round table and hang out with you guys and share stories and share those kind of things. Because that right there is I think it's so important and it's so huge, and it's why we do what we do, right?
Not only that, but it's also important, that we're very selective with, think about it. It's your table.
Yeah.
Who do you want to dine with? Who do you want to hang out with, right? You got to be very specific and selective, because if you're not specific and selective with the people that you choose to work with, then you're just basically accepting everyone. And if you accept everyone and you try to help everyone, you help no one. And then on top of that, you'll just have some schmo, jerk coming at the table ruining things, because the conversations that you're having is all about success and all about having fun, and all they're doing is just wah, 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 and complaining about how shit is.
Yeah.
And how they're not doing nothing about it. I'm just letting you know that's exactly how things are. And a lot of people don't want to talk about this. This is like the no-no zone. They don't want to go there. They feel it's too touchy-feely type of subject. Well, guess what? Too bad. Life is not perfect, and you know what? There's going to be some stuff in there that just not going to feel so good to hear about, but you're going to have to face it just like you have to face your death one day. Okay? Just keep it real.
Everybody's going to face that one day.
Yeah, there's no way around. You ain't getting out alive.
You ain't getting out alive. That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Cool, so let's wrap this up here. I think we'll take one more.
I'll take one more question, guys. Sajida says, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing 4 weeks ago. Now things are starting to fall into place, making the learning so much more enjoyable. Loving the challenge I have. 3 little kitties, weekend job, and this online journey I headed. And, of course, without the help and mentorship of Ace and Rich, it wouldn't be possible.
Mother of 3.
Thank you.
Mother of 3, hardworking woman, mother of 3, okay? Brand new to the industry of affiliate marketing. and has that to say. That's incredible. Thank you so much, and we're very happy to work with you as a client.
It's our pleasure.
Yes.
It's our pleasure. Diary Robin says, that's right. No one wants a Debbie Downer at the dinner table.
I don't want no Debbie Downers at the table. Like,
exactly.
Turn your chair around, please.
Exactly.
Go over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be around people that are negative, because you have to be selective and specific with who you hang out with, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, guys, so I want to, thank you, every single one of you, for being here on the live today. Today was a good one. Personal development is always a great one, isn't it?
This is a great one on Mondays.
Yeah, we get to really dig deep inside the mind, which is really cool. But honestly, I give kudos to Brendon Burchard. He really inspired me today to put this live together, what leaders do.
Yes.
So I did put the link underneath YouTube, and I put it here also on Facebook. So I recommend, please, everyone, go and watch it. If I watched it, you should watch it. Leaders are readers. We're also listeners, and we also watch videos. Okay? That shifts our mindset. Okay? So every single one of you, I want every single one of you who's watching this live here today, go watch that video, and watch that video and soak it up. Okay, guy's amazing. He's amazing. All right, so love you guys and appreciate you. My name is Rich Guzman. Be sure to click on the link below this video if you want to find out exactly what we're doing and take advantage of our viral cash system that's pretty much spitting out commissions hand over fist on autopilot. Okay. Also, this is the lovely Ace, and she loves you too. Okay.
Coach Ace here.
Coach
Love you
Ace.
guys. Thank you so much for actually being here, and all of you actually stayed. So thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Appreciate
Absolutely. And if you're brand new, feel free to send us a message. If you have any questions about things that we talk about, maybe you're interested in working together with us, let us know. Just send us a private message.
I like that scarf. It's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you bought it for me.
Yeah, I got good taste.
You do. You know what I like.
All right, guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Click on the notification bell so you don't miss a beat when we actually post this videos. Love you guys. Take care. We'll see you on a new video very, very soon, like mañana. Peace out, guys.
Bye.